Hi y'all, so the goal of this video is for me to pretend like I'm the student and help y'all complete your case study part 2. So to begin, you should locate the document that I gave y'all last week that looks like this. It has informal reading inventory grades 1 through 6 at the top. You'll want to have that as well as your cell phone to time my reading, okay? And a pen. All right, so I'm going to start by just reading the grade 2 individual words on the front page, and you'll just mark next to it either that I got the word correct, or you'll write what I said as a replacement for that word, or what the word sounded like when I read it. All right, so the first words: prize, nose, understood, another, pies, traub, easier, afraid, scare, always. Okay, next we're going to go to the passage that says the race at the top. You will be marking not this sheet. This sheet is what you would give the student to read from, but instead you'll be marking up this document, which has the words and then questions at the bottom. Okay, you'll get your cell phone ready to time it. So you'll just do start timer. And you're going to write above my reading, whatever I said, you'll indicate on this page, okay? And I'm just thinking, start your timer when I begin. There's no need when you're testing students to say, go. That gives the kids kind of an inaccurate representation of what we're looking for. We are not looking for the students to read fast. We're looking for students to read at a nice rate of speed, and we don't want to overemphasize or even draw attention to the fact that we are timing students. So just as soon as they start reading, you'll hit the time and kind of make it inconspicuous. All right, now I'm going to start. One day, Tom saw some boys having a race after school. Tom said, "I would like to be a fast runner like those boys." Tom began to run each day before school. Each day, he could run faster than the day before. Soon, he could run as fast as the other boys. Tom did not win his first race, but he would not give up. The next year, there was a race for all the boys at school. Many of the boys ran fast, but Tom ran faster. The other boys ran hard to catch up with him, but not one did it. Tom won the race and took home the first place. Okay, you can stop. All right, I'm going to go ahead and skip the comprehension questions for this passage. But you'll go ahead and score this. If you need reminders of how to score a running record, it should be in your book. We did practice with it last class, and You could also just do a simple Google search of running record, scoring a running record. But essentially, you're looking for words read correct, accuracy, and the reading rate. So this all gives you their fluency. That's the purpose of a running record, is to figure out if they're reading fluently at the level that you gave them. So we're trying to determine, is the student reading independently at that level, meaning that they can easily read it without any adult intervention? Are they reading at an instructional level where it would be best to get some adult support, or are they at a frustrational level? So that's what you're trying to determine, okay? Now I'm going to read the next one, which is entitled Kim and Brownie. You'll want to go ahead and get your stopwatch or your cell phone timer ready and begin when I start reading. Kim had a hard time training her new dog, Browning. He would not do anything that she told him to do. She could not even get him to come here when she called him. Then one day, Kim saw that Brownie did not move when a landing nose went off. It was then that she understood that Brownie couldn't hear. Kim figured out how to train Brownie by using hand signs. To get Brownie to come, she raised her arm up over her head with her hand fanning down. If she wanted him to sit, she would move her arm down with her hand facing up. Brownie learned fast and was soon doing everything Kim asked of him. Kim felt very lucky that Browning was her dog. All right, so in that reading, you'll notice that there were some self-corrections. Remember that self-corrections do not count as errors. They will just take time off of the speed in which that child read. So even though you'll write above that word what the initial error was, when I self-corrected, you just write SC for self-correction. And again, that won't count as an error, but you'll just want to note it as a self-correction. And all right, so when you're doing your case study 2, you're going to, there is the same kind of template in your appendix that there was for case study number 1. You'll want to use that. You'll talk about your running record results and how you tested the student. When it talks about the IRI miscue analysis, don't overthink that. You're trying to figure out what are the student's errors. You'll notice in the one that I just read with Kim and Brownie, many of her errors were with like vowel digraphs, like OU for loud, OI for noise. She did an insertion of the word here. Again, that's not an error, but that was her main errors, is vowel digraphs. So in the section that says IRI miscue analysis, that is what you would want to focus on. How could you support that student in with Valdigraphs. And that will be what you write in the next section, which is instructional strategies for word identification. How are you going to help that student with Valdigraphs especially? And that's it. Okay, so for case study number 2, the focus is on word identification. You'll score the running record and report those results for the passage 1 and the passage 2. You'll determine what the miscue analysis indicates, which is the student had trouble with Valdigraphs. And then the next section, you'll indicate some instructional strategies that you'll use to help the student with those Valdigraph challenges. This should not be difficult. If you run into difficulty, it may be with a running record, but it should be something that you can swing. Talk to each other, email me if you get stuck, but make sure you Google it first and look in your book to make sure you know how to score a running record. All right. Lastly, let me look to see what's due next time. So tomorrow, class 2, you should be turning in chapter 11 Cornell notes, 4 and 8. And then prior to meeting next week on, I think it's the 12th, you'll want to have prepared chapter 9, 10, 12, and the one-pager about iStation and core phonics. And that's it. On the 12th, we will be working on a comprehension lesson during class. I'm pretty sure. Class 4. Yeah, we'll be working on your comprehension lesson plan. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Sorry for this kind of format that I'm doing this in. Just do your best. You'll be fine. Y'all take care. Bye.